this is the best look on the runway, period. This is showing the judges' versatility. This is top 4 material. Hello and welcome back to the show you didn't ask for, Ryan's Rundown. I am your host, Ryan. You know what time it is. It is time to give the rundown on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 13, Episode 11, Pop Goes the Queen. This is your weekly disclaimer that I am not a drag artist. I've never done drag. I really love drag, so if anybody out there wants to put me in drag, please hit me up. But I just love this show, and as a media consumer, lover of art, lover of drag, supporter of drag, go support your local drag queens. I just love talking about the show and sharing my thoughts and opinions on it, so take everything I say with a grain of salt, and with that, let's get into it. Okay, so last episode it was Freaky Friday and the queens had to make each other over and transform their partner into their drag persona. Simone and Utica came out on top and our beloved Ice Princess Denali sashayed away. That one still stings. I found this to be a pretty enjoyable episode all around. If we're being honest, I didn't really pick up or pay attention to any storylines this episode. There was a lot going on and it felt like it went by really fast, so I don't think there was really any time to really deep dive or misdirect anybody, especially with like such a few number of queens left. So this week's challenge is another branding challenge similar to last episode's makeover but more literal. The queens must create and brand their own versions of extravagant soft drinks and then create a 45-second commercial to promote it. Now, these challenges aren't my favorite, but they are by no means my least favorite. Anything is better than any of those godforsaken acting challenges. It's time for the main stage. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to go through each queen quickly and we're going to talk about both their commercial and their runway look. And the category on the runway this week is BEAST Couture. First up, we've got Utica. So Utica's soft drink was titled Utican, and I'll be honest, I have no clue what's going on in this commercial. There was potential for this to be like weird and obscure, kind of in the lane of Katya's Crisis Control commercial from All Stars 2, but it didn't go there. She was like just like sucking on a cow udder in a Florence Welch wig. I don't know. And as far as the runway, did Utica necessarily give me Beast? No. But forgetting about that, this is such a good look. Utica looks incredible. The attention to detail on the makeup is so amazing and Utica looks beautiful. It's like if you put like Belle, the Beast, and Morticia Addams into like a blender and then you threw on some like really small like Maleficent horns, this is what you'd get. And next we have a Candy Muse whose soda is called the K Special. Candy's literally selling ketamine in a can. I hope we're all aware of that. I hope we all count that. Overall, this commercial was fine. They edited the rehearsal of it to make the commercial seem like it was gonna be better than the final product ended up being, but that's just my thought. I did notice the nod to Sitting Alone in the VIP, which is a very good song that you should go stream, with the head-to-toe cheetah look, and also Candy's confessional outfit are two of the looks that she wears in the music video. So you should go check out that music video and go stream it because it's really good. Okay, as far as this runway goes, the thing is, I don't hate this look as much as everyone else seems to. I think I see where it was going, but I just don't think that it was executed to the level that it needed to be. Base level, it's a latex bodysuit with a furry bra and panty and a blown up alien attached to it. But the makeup is impeccable. It is so good. I think people really overlook Candy's makeup skills because she really did that. This makeup is so good. It does not make up for this outfit though. I will say that. Next is Tina Burner with her soda Burnin' Up. The commercial Tina Soda is supposed to help you like spice up your life because, you know, like flames, burn it up, Tina burner. Objectively, Tina did not have the worst commercial whatsoever. Was it the funniest thing I've ever seen? No. But it was very Tina, and that is what the challenge was. It was a braiding challenge, and I think she really hit the nail on the head with the commercial. This look is great from the neck down. The concept is there. It's giving very Five Nights at Freddy's meets that purple bear from like Toy Story 3. I think where Tina went wrong with the makeup is that she either didn't have a plan of what she was going to do and she was just winging it in the workroom, literally getting ready for this runway, or she knew what she wanted to do but didn't practice it enough before she left for the show. It wasn't necessarily awful, but I wanted more. Next up we have Simone, and Simone's soda is Sweet Tooth. So this soda is pretty much supposed to be like a downer to make you more relaxed, but it also has like a shit ton of sugar in it. Simone's commercial really captured Simone's personality. It was very Simone, which again was the challenge. It was a branding challenge, and she was very funny and she looked great doing her commercial. I thought it was really solid. As far as Simone's runway, Simone really said furry rights this week. She walked the runway as a sexy fox. It was giving very Lola Bunny before they took away her crop top in the Space Jam sequel. I enjoyed the attention to detail with like the hoop earrings and like the commitment to wearing a literal fur suit on the runway. I would have loved to see Simone push it even just a little further by doing something more with like the face than just her normal makeup, but like other than that, I laughed when this look came out. I thought it was great. Next we have Gottmik, and Gottmik's Got Sex Juice. The idea is that you drink this and you become delusionally gorgeous and sexy no matter what you're doing. I watched all of these commercials a few times just to see if I picked up on things I didn't pick up the first time. And I really thought I was going to like Mick's commercial more the more I watched it, but I didn't. It seemed to me that it was Mick doing their Paris Hilton impression, but just not dressed as Paris Hilton, if that makes sense. One thing I did like was that the reading off of the side effects at the end, that was funny. Other than that, it was just like, it was a little bit crunchy for me. And this runway, I will be brutally honest, I really didn't care for this look when I first saw it. I will not deny that Mick has incredible taste in fashion, but I think sometimes we as people just have different style perspectives, which is totally cool. But the more I looked at this outfit as a whole, like from head to toe, I understood finally that it was supposed to be like the Beast was eating Mick. And then I was like, oh, this is cool. I loved the hair and makeup. I thought it was very cool, very mod, different kind of like face setup for Mick. So overall, I liked this runway. Okay, next we have Olivia Lux, and her soda is called Live, like L-I-V-E, but like Live, L-I-V, like Olivia. So the whole idea of Olivia's soda is that it's supposed to make you smile and laugh and live your best life, I think. If we're being honest, it's really not a great commercial. There are very few redeeming qualities about it. So I don't know, it was just a bit cringy just to watch and watch back and watch back again. Okay, so as far as Olivia's runway, it's not bad. She kind of did what Gottmik did, and they took more of a light and fun approach to the Beast theme assignment. The reference is somewhere between Where the Wild Things Are and Monsters, Inc. I don't know if that was intentional, but that's where I ended up. And last up, we have Rosé with her soda Rose Aid. The premise is that it's a hangover cure that's supposed to help you like be perfect or think that you're perfect. It was dumb, it was pink, it was funny, so very rosé. I think that Rosé probably had the best name of her product as well, you know, Rosé, Rose, Aid, Rose-Aid. Okay, again, totally not biased, but I think this is the best look on the runway, period. This is showing the judges' versatility. This is top 4 material. Absolutely loved it. Other than her bagpipes look from the bag ball, I think this is my favorite runway of hers this season. She looks incredible. So we find out that the top two for this week are Simone and Rosé, a shock to literally nobody, with Candy Muse thrown in there due to her commercial, not the runway. And that means our low placing queens are everybody else: Utica, Tina, Gottmik, and Olivia. In a surprise to nobody, Simone is declared the winner of this challenge, propelling her to the exclusive 4-win club, which has recently welcomed members to the likes of Season 12's runner-up Gigi Good and Drag Race UK Season 2 runner-up Bimini Bomb Boulash. But in a surprise to everybody, especially her, Rosé is also declared the winner of this challenge alongside Simone. I think Simone really won the commercial part of this challenge, but Rosé won the runway part, and so I think together they both deserved the win. The surprises don't stop this episode, because when the bottom two are announced as Utica and Tina, the other queens are in shock. In a fierce lip sync to My Humps by the Black Eyed Peas, a great song choice by the way, Tina twerks in a bear costume and Utica waltzes around the stage, kind of dressed like the Grim Reaper's wife. As it is written, so it shall be. Tina Burner gets the axe and is sent turning and burning back to New York City. Okay, so it's another week of an elimination and a lip sync that I, 1, did not see coming, and 2, did not agree with. With the bottom two that we got, I thought that Tina's commercial was better, and I also thought she gave a better lip sync performance. She literally wiped the floor with Utica in that lip sync. Utica had one of the worst commercials, and even though she looked amazing on the runway, she missed the mark on the theme. I 100% expected Olivia Lux to be in the bottom two. Her commercial was one of the lower ones for me. I found it really no much better than Utica's, and I got Beast from her runway, but when you put her in between Gottmik and Rosé on that runway lineup, her look just did not stand a chance in my opinion. As far as Untucked this week, my Untucked moment of the week is kind of a combination of some really super small moments, just because I didn't think there was one big moment that happened. The first is when Rosé and Tina are going back and forth, with Rosé trying to give Tina the honest truth that she asked for about her commercial and runway. Tina says, "I'm listening, Rosé, I'm not snapping back at you," and then Rosé sings her heart out.
I'm not being nasty about it.
I know you're not, but I mean, we're trying to like help you. So,
I'm listening, Rosé. I'm not snapping back at you. That's what you just did.
I don't know, I just thought that was a really funny little moment. Another top contender is Utica getting her hair caught in the chair and having Rosé help her get it untangled.
Rosie, my hair's in my chair.
You're so funny. Hold on.
I really don't know. I don't know.
There you go.
Thank you so much.
I don't know, I just thought it was so, I don't know, I just thought it was funny, and like the fact that like Utica called her Rosie, I thought it was adorable. And my last moment in Untucked was the fact of all people, it would be Tina that packs up her stuff in the workroom into these huge duffel bags that literally look like body bags. And then at the end of the episode, she just tosses them in the back of the van like they're in a getaway car. I was losing my mind. Off to the airport. Okay, as far as the top 4 and Miss Congeniality conversation goes, I will be sticking with my top 4 prediction of Simone, Rosé, Gottmik, and Candy. For me, Simone truly solidified her top 4 spot with her Snatch Game performance of Harriet Tubman and her Black Lives Matter tribute gown on the runway that same week. It is no secret, I've loved Rosé since the Meet the Queens video, and I was going to root for her no matter what, obviously, but I think that this episode, she proved to everyone else, the judges, the queens, and the audience, honestly, that she deserves a spot in that top 4. Even though Gottmik faltered a little bit in this challenge, their high placement in the Rusical and then the wins in the bag ball and the Snatch Game honestly solidified their spot in the top 4. Of this top 4, Candy Muse could be considered the underdog, using that term very loosely because nobody is underestimating her necessarily, but she is just honestly not as consistent as the other queens in this top 4, and that's just a fact. But I love Candy's unapologetic confidence and the passion that she brings to her art, and I think she would make a great top 4 contender. Okay, I would also like to make a small addendum to my Miss Congeniality pick. I will say on the record, I would still like LaLaRi to be Miss Congeniality. But the more I think about it, I think Denali could also have a chance. I really like Denali. The other queens really like Denali. The audience loves Denali. And she was actually in my very, very original top 4 after the Meet the Queens video. So it's more than fair to give her a spot in my fantasy league. So obviously with that conversation, that leaves 2 other queens, Utica and Olivia, who I think will actually be the bottom 2 in this next episode. Please refer to the last rundown video for a more in-depth reasoning as to why I think these 2 will just slightly miss out on the top 4. With the next challenge being a roast, I'm taking notes from the reading challenge earlier in the season and Snatch Game. 2 things that neither Olivia nor Utica did particularly well in. With a roast, you need to be quick, confident, a little nasty, but still lighthearted, which I think both of these queens will struggle with, just looking at prior challenges within a similar vein. With the amount of confessional time that she got this episode, and just the sheer fact that she barely escaped the bottom 3 this week, I think that they're trying to wrap up Olivia's storyline. So my guess is that Olivia Lux will be the next queen to go. Wasn't that fun? Another riveting episode of Ryan's Rundown in the books. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to share, like, comment, whatever you want to do. All episodes of Ryan's Rundown and other fun things are available on IG and YouTube. I am at Ryann Funk across all platforms. A true marketing queen, if you will. Until next time, divas, much love.